My Destined 1, Tensura x Arifureta by Void Kane. Ch77. Challenge of the Labyrinth. After Rimuru, Hajime and the others stepped onto the magic formation, it began to glow with a dazzling light. Wah! What is this? Ryotaro said. What's going on? What's that? Suzu said. Stop making noise. It's a teleportation magic formation, Hajime said. Don't be careless when you're teleported, Rimuru instructed everyone. After Rimuru warned Ryotaro and Suzu, their vision was lost. After the light died down, the place where they have been was a dense forest covered in fog. Is everyone alright? Rimuru asked. We're fine, I think, Hajime replied. Rimuru then looked around and see that everyone is alright, so he began to look at the surroundings. While he was surveying the surroundings, Shizuku speak. Where inside the labyrinth, right? She asked, since the place where they are right now is a dense forest and can't even be called a labyrinth. We are still inside the labyrinth, the one who answered was Hajime. We have no choice but to look around to find a way out of this forest, Rimuru said. Kuki, seeing the others, just nodded and had no choice but to agree. The group then moved forward and the lead was Hajime and Rimuru's group, since they are the most experienced when it comes to conquering a labyrinth. They continued to walk until suddenly Yu, Tio, and Suzu got tied by vines and lift them in the air. Kya, what is this thing? Suzu screamed. Yu and Tio didn't say anything, and in the next instance, the vines were cut down by Sakura and Akame. Rimuru foresees these vines that will attack, but he decided not to inform everyone, since if he solo all of the challenges, the others might not get a chance to get recognized by the magic that will give them the God's Age magic. When Kuki and the others saw that, they were dumbfounded. However, when they regained their senses and as if making a key sound, they immediately glared at Rimuru and Hajime. What was that? Kuki asks. If you're paying attention to your surrounding, you will know what attack is, Rimuru said as he looked at the top of one of the trees. When everyone looked at where Rimuru is looking, they saw Yu standing having a blank expression. When Hajime saw Yu, he immediately pulled his guns and point them at Yu. Kuki and the others who saw Hajime point his gun at Yu speak. Oi, Nagumo, what are you doing? Kuki asks. Stop, Nagumo-kun. Shizuku asks Hajime. Shay and the other girls that's on Hajime team was shaken. Rimuru and his fiancée didn't say a word but keep observing the situation. Hajime, why are you? Dopan. Before Yu can finish her sentence, Hajime fired a bullet at Yu and the bullet hit her on the shoulder. No, stop, Nagumo-kun. Hajime-kun. Shizuku and Kaori shouted and tried to stop Hajime, who was filled with frenzy, but Shia finally noticed the strange feeling and instead held Kaori and the others with her hands. Although the atmosphere was as if Kuki would rush out at any moment and hold Hajime back, but it disappeared after Hajime's next words. Don't speak without permission, faker. You're just an imposter and you dare to imitate Yu's voice too. If you dare call my name with that voice again, I'll shoot you all over your body. The moment Hajime said those words, as if the ground was frozen, the air was filled with cold, but the temperature didn't drop. The killing intent enveloped his body and it caused the temperature to drop as it was released. Somehow, even the surroundings became dark. Because of that thick killing intent, Kuki and the others instinctively didn't dare to breathe heavily and broke out in a cold sweat. Who are you? Where is the real Yu? Yu at this moment seemed to ask, what, with a silent and expressionless expression. More than, who are you? Or, what are you? It was because blood did not flow from the spot where her shoulder was shot. Obviously, this thing is not a person. Dopan. This time Hajime shot the other shoulder. The fake song Yu did not change her expression. They don't seem to feel any pain. Like Noento, they give the image of puppets, or they may not really have a will of their own. Aren't you going to answer? No, you don't have the function to answer. That's over. Die. Dopan. This time Hajime aimed Donner's muzzle in Yu's forehead and used the railgun to blow her head off. Behind the fake Yu, something scattered and disappeared. They look at the place where the fake Yu disappeared. There they saw a rusted and slimy colored slime on the ground. Rimuru then proceeded to attack Tio and Suzu, and the two also turned to rusted slime like the fake Yu. The others started to panic because of Rimuru's attack. The only exception was Hajime, Shay, Shizuku, and Rimuru's fiancée. They all have full trust in him, unlike Ryotaro and Kuki. Everyone, let's keep moving. The other three might got teleported to other locations different from ours, Rimuru said. The others just nodded while Kuki was visibly shaken by Rimuru's action. He didn't hesitate to kill the other two even though they were imposters. Rimuru knew that the three were imposters from the very moment they got teleported, since Seal already told him about it. The group had running around for an hour and they are now fighting a group of demonic beasts. Black lightning, Shizuku said as a black lightning covered her black katana and killed off multiple demonic beasts. These things won't stop coming, Kuki said as he cut one of the demonic beasts in half while he was using his limit break. Stop complaining and continue to fight, Rimuru said. Dopan. Hajime uses his two guns to shoot bullets at the monster's head, killing all in an instant. Rimuru, Akame, Chloe and Sakura uses their sword to cut down all the incoming demonic beasts at them. After they defeated all of the demonic beasts, Hajime rates the monster's meat and gain new powers. They also rest for a while and continue again. They move to the forest till they find a goblin. Kuki tried to attack it but Rimuru stopped him. What are you doing, Rimuru? We should kill it before it attacks us, Kuki said. You idiot, just shut up, Rimuru said, shutting Kuki up. Hajime then moved towards and made eye contact with the goblin, saying something that startled them all. You're you, right? Guga, huh? As Kuki and the others stood there gaping, Hajime unhesitatingly grabbed the goblin's hand and muttered. You. The goblin, with a joyful cry, answered. Gugia, Etta, Hajime-san. I never imagined it to be you-san. That, I can only see a demonic beast. Me, I can only see one monster. Is that really you? Shia and Kaori raised their doubts while looking at the goblin in front of them. Gugia, Gugogo, Giagya. The goblin started to cry out and explained something to Hajime while looking at both of them. Its shoulders drooped, for it could not communicate with them. But there's Hajime already. Nothing was impossible for the man who loved you. Next thing you know, your appearance changed after teleporting? Gugia, Gugogo. Fumu, so it just changes the body. Gugia. Gyagya, Gugi. Is the equipment lost too? Ooh, did you come here with the landmarks I left behind? Gugutsu. Gogagaga. That's right, Hajime is where the explosion came from. Ma, you're not wrong. Gyu, Gogo. Is that so? I can't use magic. But, I don't feel any change. GGG, Gaggy. Ma, it's okay. Maybe this is one of the challenges. It's an invitation to start the game. Gyu. Are you both done talking? Rimuru asked Hajime and Yu, who was a goblin. Ya. Hajime replied, good, now you saw. I think you won't like to stay as a goblin forever, so here. Rimuru just flick his fingers in an instant. And Yu turned back to normal. Kuki, Shizuku, Ryotaro and even Hajime and Shay look at Rimuru in surprise. What? It's weird to talk to you-san in a goblin form and I don't have time for stuff like this, so let's find the other two and keep moving, Rimuru said in an excited voice. He then walks away and the others just followed him. After a while they find a group of goblin punching a goblin. Everyone first thought that it was because it was weak, but then they saw the goblin with a perverted look and only one person in the group had that kind of level of filth. After they chase away the goblins, Rimuru turned Tio back to normal and they also found Suzu, who was also got turned into a goblin. The group once again found another magic formation and they got teleported into the room. But after the light died down their consciousness faded away. In the demon continent, two-person was having a conversation. How do you like that new body? It feels really good and the power that is in this body was far more than I thought. Thank you for gifting this body to me, Velda-sama. Good, Velda replied to the man. I was planning to get the body of the vampire princess, but a body of a hero is not bad either. But why can't I just kill the soul of this individual? The man said. For a demon god you are quite talkative, but I'll answer your question. If you completely kill the soul of that person, all the powers with it will disappear along with her soul, Velda said. I see, it's because of those ultimate skills that reside in one's soul, right? Indeed. Getting my hand on that girl is not easy, so you better make full use of that body and complete the soul merging before that guy noticed that this girl's soul had been broken, Velda said. As you wish, Velda-sama. The man replied. End. New chapter. Hope you guys like it.